Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, beautiful people across the whole world. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Swelling with pride. Swelling nice and big. I have gone to the gym for the second day in a row. And we're going for the full health month of September. Health-tember. Followed by Health-tober and Health-fember. And Health-sember. We also have a chicken salad that we're going to be nomming upon. Oh, he's so healthy. It, of course, looks black in places because the greener it is, the more my green screen software turns it into the color invisible. Well, today we're going to be doing some try-hard mode in Magic the Gathering. We're literally only going to be playing the best of the best decks. I'm thinking of kicking things off with some Bant Ramp today. Before we get into that, I want to remind everyone, 1 week from today, on September 10th, on 9/10/2019, we're starting the 30-day projects. Briefly, what is it? Think of something big you want to do, like I want to become an author, and then come up with a 1-month version, 1-month output that you can do to step towards that. Maybe writing a few chapters. I, long-term, want to be an unbelievably hot person, okay? Gonna get hair transplant, gonna lose the weight here, gonna get all rippling, gonna buy nice fashionable clothes, gonna treat my face right. All that sort of stuff. That's our goal, huh? So what am I doing? I'm just gonna spend the entire month dedicated to eating really healthy all the time, going to the gym all the time. So the whole point of the 30-day projects is we all have our different individual projects and we embark upon that journey together. Here is where you can go to create a project. Here's some advice. If you create a project, it brings you to this page where you can add as much or as little information as you want. A title of what you want to do. You can also, use different categories. You can write a description. You can even have breakdowns of what you want to do throughout the weeks. All that stuff is available on the DK30 website, which once again is dk30.day9.tv. You can browse a whole bunch of people's other projects. The important thing is that you pick off something that is small enough that you're pretty damn sure you can get done with it in 1 month. It's not necessarily to stretch and to do something incroyablement. Rather, it's to do something that you just know you can nail. Maybe if you want to be an author, maybe 100 words a day is all you feel like you can muster. That's great. Less than a tweet's length, but also 3,000 words by the end. It's great. It's great, great, great. Today, in terms of the deckaroos, what on earth are we going to do? I'm really thinking this Bant Ramp deck that I'm really into. I don't care much for the Scape Shift decks. I don't really care much for any of those. Turn off, you dang phone. Yeah, I don't really care much for the Scape Shift decks lately. Oh yeah, we go like this. I've always loved decks that ramp up. I think the Scape Shift decks are very strong. There's also this Kethis combo deck that's been incredibly, incroyable popular. Quite like it. But I like decks that are proactive and can poop upon the enemy. This deck is actually a very, very straightforward deck. I mean, if we actually take a look at the total number of lands, 24 lands. Why so few lands? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 ramp cards. You can also count Nissa, who shaketh the world, as a pretty strong mana generator in and of herself. With all of these little nerdlers, I think the Tristani Discordant is an extremely clever piece to add into there. It can buff our little weak nerds and help us bash down. Also, Deputy of Detention to clear the ways, but really what helps us use X as a payoff creature, Voracious Hydras and Hydroid Krasis. In the sideboard, I'm actually kind of surprised to see a single Veil of Summer. Pretty interested in that. If I'm just looking at this entire collection of things, if we're up against some control-y deck, we can use negates. Aether Gust is actually pretty reasonable in a lot of situations to prevent problems from coming up. If we're against aggro, there's actually a substantial amount of tools against aggro. Baffling Ends. Vivien Arkbow Ranger is a pretty potent card to just help us bash through. Help us delete scary threats that's on the board. Time wipe, very good against dinos, things like this. It's a relatively straightforward sideboarding plan. Trostani Discordant is particularly nice to have versus the increased incidence of Agent of Treachery. I haven't played this deck really at all, so we're going to see what I think of the sideboard. Traditional Ranked. This is, of course, a net-decked Deckaroo. I just pretty much picked it because I like Bant Ramp. I actually kind of want a list that has more copies of Veil of Summer. I think it's a very potent card. For some reason, my deck paste is not working. Do I want to play first with the deck that ramps like crazy? You bet your whole booty I do. Once my deck thing loads up, I'll definitely pace through it. Why is this not loading? Alright, kicking things off. Do I want an Elfie boy? No. No leyline in this deck. Super duper nope. Why does none of my technology work right now? Why is my phone buzzing at me? Oh, I am a frustrated widow boy. Finally. Bant Ramp. Choose blockers. I'm not going to block right now. Alright, now if we see a Scorch Spitter and it's a mono red, we generally think that this is not your usual... yes, we think this is not your usual looking aggro deck. It's one of these ones that uses Cavalcade of Calamity. Lots of things like Scorch Spitter to, you know, do things like buff the Chandra Spitfire until it is huge. Now, do I want to go Greed? These are really nice as blockers. We can obviously Deputy of Detention all of this. This seems actually like a pretty reasonable choice. We're going to gobble up 2 of these Scorch Spitters, which is very nice for shutting down activates of various things. I also think that if we wait 1 turn and we say hit a land here, we have a number of plays like Risen Reef plus Leafkin Druid, which is very nice. That was a sexy play by our opponent, but, I mean, we're still in a pretty incredible position. Now we actually run the risk of dying immediately. My opponent has a Chandra Spitfire in the hand. Well, I mean, the unfortunate thing is I'm going to have to X equals 2 this. And then I'm going to have to make it fight this. This is a huge issue with the little Scorch Spitters, because each Scorch Spitter deals 1 damage as it's attacking, which then means the Chandra Spitfire would become a 7/3, and we're only at 14. The interesting thing about these red Cavalcade of Calamity decks is that they kind of need like a little momentum. They're a bit combo-y. I mean, it's not something like regular mono-red decks where it's just like, I'm a threat, I'm a threat, I'm a threat. Let me click. So this is a bit of a risk because we're at 9. Oh, that sucked. I'm really hunting hard, though, for another land, because then I can kill the Chandra Spitfire. The fear would be player deals through... Whoa. Okay, I have no fear. You see what I mean? None at all. Not a lick of fear. I don't think I want the Tristani Discordant because my opponent is actually so bursty. So incredibly bursty. Platypus 11 says, September, finally I can speak, but what shall I say? You should say hey and tell me how your day's going, man. What do we cut in this matchup? That's I think, the question that is most baffleful to me. What? Oh, what do we cut? Oh, cut. I think the Deputy of Detention might be a pretty reasonable one to just get out. It can get the Cavalcade of Calamities, which I think is a pretty important one. I might actually just bang in Tolsimir Friend to Wolves and just chill. Baffling End is, in theory, nice. Teferi Time Raveler might be one that we could conceivably cut. Yeah, that actually seems like the right play, right? Put in these 3. And then a Devout Decree. Yeah, yeah. Bacon Rapo Jesus negates Def going for the Cavalcade, right? I don't think so. I think that the Deputy of Detention is what we claim would be the argument to deal with those pesky little Cavalcade of Calamities. The reason being, if we have a... Like, what's our early game? It's ramp all day, right? So the first, 1 to 3 turns, we conceivably are just going to be rampus bampusing. What we don't want to be doing, we're ramping because Hydroid Krasis is really good. Voracious Hydra is really good. Nissa is really good. We have a lot of really good payoffs for ramping. So if we tried to go for a negate, in theory, we could try to keep that negate up and try to use that negate to, get the Cavalcade of Calamity, but either we'd be giving up our own ramp early game to negate early, or we would be having the negate up later, and if they're Cavalcade of Calamity-ing later, I feel like they're already in a rough spot. So my entire logic is, alright, well, I need to think of a way to deal with Cavalcades of Calamity after they've been cast instead of before they've been cast. Alright, so I'm probably going to pay 2 life here and get the Leafkin Druid out. It technically can be targeted, but it can also block these 2. Paradise Druids cannot. What is going on with the client lately? Is it just me, but the last week has just been so hard. I click things and stuff doesn't happen. T. Sully, 87 from heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, we have T. Sully, 87 in the house with 101 months. 101. Happy 101.
They're so cute.
I think we just gotta take it here. Nope. This card is so good versus us. I didn't even realize how good this was versus us. This is a little scary to do. Tolsimir, friend to wolves. Want to kill the Scorch Spitter, because if we kill the Footlight Fiend, it'll kill our Risen Reef. And then we could just be dead. The gaining 3 life is so good. So good. Dragon Mark's son says, "Hey Day 9, love the support you give me and others around you. You rock." Mwah. Happy to do it, man. Happy to be playing games here today. God, my goal is to be so healthy in the month of October. I'm just going to eat salads. That's it. Salads and elliptical is what I am. And occasionally yogurt.
Go get him, buddies.
Alright, this is a friggin' emergency. We must kill this. Like a Baffling End. Yeah, I mean, this is about what I got, I think. I think I actually have to do Baffling End to delete this. And then I think I actually have to Paradise Druid and then do nothing. Well, actually, the double Paradise Druiding is pretty good. I forgot that this thing gets buffed like this. So I'm going to hold back. I don't think there's any burn damage that is been shown up here. And I think I don't wish to attack Chandra.
Tell me if you've seen this one before.
All right. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Day 9. Seems good, right? Okay, so both these little guys go in to kill Chandra. We're going to lose our Risen Reef, but I think that's fine. Scourger Land had a long comment that I missed. May I cover my previous long message? Please, please send me the long message. Send me your long ones. I also think Offrey's gotten a little boned. Oh, that's a scampering Scorcher. I thought it was this thing. I thought it was Chandra's Spitfire. I always confuse these two things' art. A nice play. Alright, so we lose this one. D-E-D dead. Okay. Let us see here. It's your 26th month anniversary today. How are you doing today, Mr. Sean? I've listened to your podcast with Nick and I want to thank you for sharing that story. Sure, it took some courage to do that, and I'm happy you've reached a point feeling like you could share it. You're both absolute legends. Hey, I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I shared a rather intense story of a fan showing up to an arcade I was at and physically assaulting me. You can listen to that story over at the Tasteless Podcast, episode 2. Heart rate still goes up a bit when I talk about it, but recently, no, this was in like 2011, maybe? 2011? Long time ago. Long time ago. I'm pretty happy with our sideboarding plan. Do I want to put in Tristani for a little bit of extra health gain? I think I do. I think I want to get rid of my slow crazy boys. Chewbacca says, as a French speaker, I find it fantastic that you say incroyablement, which means incredibly, instead of incroyable, which is how you say incredible. Oh, yeah. I really like just the way French sounds as a language. So I just like making the noises that I want to make. Tin Street Pooper. Despy, go into the box. Come on, let's get in the box. Alright, good. You're a very good cat. This cat has been my absolute little buddy, man. Love this baby cat. Thez Le Renard says, as a French person, I would sometimes prefer to be born as a native English speaker. Just keep grinding that accent game, my friend. This is looking sorta good, sorta kinda good. Probably trade one of these in. Which my opponent would never think I would do. Oh, fuck. I'm all out of cake. This is how it feels. Eliminating one of these is pretty substantial. You can hear my cat chewing on the box. Hey. Hey, how is chewing on the box going? You've done a really good job getting through it. It's a good kitten. Okay, so we want to do like this, and then we want to take this, and we want to summon this, and we want to swing like this, and we want to hit like that. I'm going to keep the Devout Decree up, because it's a little bit more flexible. This is Exile Creature or Planeswalker. This is Exile Only Creature, and it's 3 or less. That was a lot of chatter today. This is wonderful. Metallic Kyle 1 says, hey, Sean was gifted a sub by Blink, 18,260,000. So 2 things, huge thanks to Blink, but also, I was planning to start subbing this month anyway, so number 2, I'll be subbing from here on out. Well, welcome! I'll look forward to seeing you around here, my dude. Ooh. I think it's a good day to start swinging in, huh? Okay, so here, I'm doing this in the correct order, though it doesn't look like it. Attack with this first. And then we tap this for... I love how it says ×2, but that's actually incorrect. So we do this, and then we untap. And now, because we have 4 creatures, we have 4, 6, 8, 10. So if we did this the other way, as in if we tried to attack with both of these, we would lose out on the extra 2 mana. So this would have to be a 6/6 instead of an 8/8. Dr. Mr. Punny says, Day 9, I'm throwing together an MTG deck building app for the DK30. Been working on it for a while, but kind of fell by the wayside. Would you in the community be interested in being beta testers? I mean, I'm pretty set with my good old deck building apparoos. But I'm sure there'd be a good chunk of folk here to have a little time and interest. In other words, it'd be a shitty beta tester. But yeah, man, depending on how it comes out, we always do a showcase at the end of the 30 days. Maybe I'd show some folks the app then, and that would be a potential avenue. This isn't that good. Barry Mellon says, how many projects are normally submitted when you do these? We don't actually have a particularly strong estimate. Hey, stop. I think Tristani's the only one that I can like actually play. I think I actually do like this. So Barry Mills, we have sort of varying measures. Like, there were 2,000 people that signed up for a Google form when we first did it. Then when we created the website, which is a little bit more heavy duty. I think maybe a few hundred. Alright, we lost. We're dead. We should concede. See, this is part of the reason why I really want another Veil of Summer in here. So the Voracious Hydras are probably not very useful against that kind of deck. Tristani Discordance, probably not. Black or red Planeswalker, that doesn't really hit a lot of their dudes. Yeah, I really don't like the sideboard. Like, what else would I even put in? Oh yeah, Vivien Arkbow Ranger would actually be pretty nice here. Grumpy Johnny says the whole format is busted, to be honest. A comment I would expect from someone named Grumpy Johnny. Well, nothing really hits me if a Thought Erasure comes down. Well, now it's bad. Oh, thank my lucky stars. Keeping up the Veil of Summer. My opponent doesn't have anywhere close to double white for Kai's Rest, so that's good. Alright, we won. We did it. I love Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer is conducive to boners. It's the most bonerific card that has ever been printed. Hi, Despy. Hi, Sweetie Pie. I love you. You're a good cat. Yeah, you probably main deck 4 Veils of Summer because you're a sweet little baby cat, huh? Don't sound so thrilled. I'm thrilled. Look at this. Look at the consistency with which we draw it. Drawing and balling. I'd like 3 in the sideboard, honestly. We could play Paradise Druid. Jesus Christ, Espy. You are just on a tear. I mean, there is just so many cardboard bits over here. I mean, this box, I still claim that this is a good idea, this box, but like, it's just so much. Alright. I think this is a good play to do.
Let's slow this down. I've got it.
This helps us get around Dovin's vetoes and things like that.
That didn't go according to plan.
Alright, my hand's a little face up, I'll admit. Draw a card if an opponent has cast a blue or black spell this turn. Look at this guy. Look at this baller. This is a green player. This is a green player that used to lose games. And he's just like, ah. Never mind, Swans. Have you considered setting up Instagram to appease the masses for kitten content? Yes. Instagram.com/sheriff-and-desperado.
Together, we will prevail.
This is fine. I'm gonna go in with everything and then play nothing.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Da-da. We're winning this game. We're losing this game.
I cannot protect you anymore.
What now?
Now what?
I don't want to overcommit to the board.
I'm known for my excellent
Still good. Fun. Yeah, bounce that. Bounce it all day. Bounce it away. Do I look like a man that gives a damn? Ah. Ha 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 ha. Well, I'll have this, bonk this, and that, bonk that. And then I will pass and be pity-pat.
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of only a matter. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is... It's happening. Alright, I'm not gonna play that. Just kidding. I'm just gonna... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, playing extra things was actually an incorrect decision. Which elf do you choose? Mirado is getting Mira-owned. I'm not entirely sure I like the sideboarding plan for this list, but that's okay. I'm gonna be respectful. Do you want to scry? Try to describe what you're feeling. Is this a ramp deck where you get a bunch of mana dorks and you just win that way?
I've survived an apocalypse. I will survive you. I'd get out of the way if I were you.
Oath of Kai is basically the only thing that can save him. Whoa!
Right on schedule. You need to slow down.
Alright, nice.
I'm gonna love holding
All right.
this grudge.
Alright, one Nissa.
You know what? I'm not.
Single Nissa. Uh-oh, this is getting bounced and replayed. Whoa, you fucked up.
I got this.
One Nissa away. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. It's pretty funny.
No time for a break. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
We dead. Really not a fan of this sideboarding plan. I don't like Vivien Arkbow Ranger very much. I'm gonna hang on to it for a little bit and just keep playing it. Keep trying it. So many orbs and mastery and progresses have happened. How greedy's too greedy, huh? How greed is too greed. Lumination says, what's your preference when it comes to chicken versus beef? Chicken. There you go. I prefer chicken to all meats. I love chicken. Chicken's the best, man. A+ is for chicken. B+ for beef. What should I say? Beef plus. Pay the life. I don't know what's going on over here, but I don't like it. I don't like to see it. Teos Lurinard says, is S tier bacon? No, my scale ends in A+ because I went to school in America instead of a fucking anime. Oh, it's one of these bastard decks. Alright, well, I mean, we're dead. We lost. We mulliganed to 5. Tried to pop off on the Risen Reef and didn't get there. Oh my god, he is S-class. And then you play some of those, like, Japanese-ass... you play some of those Japanese-ass games... And they're just like, there's R tier and T tier. I'm like, oh no. Listen, I can like kinda get around S-class, like kinda sorta, like thereaboutsly, but like I really can't handle any of this shit. Any of this other stuff that you're saying is just garbo. Teferi Time Raveler seems pretty good. Do the Crazy Pals go out? Time Wipes seem good against this kind of deck. Ooh, I really don't know how to mulligan. Or not mulligan, sideboard. I don't know how to S-board. What goes, what gets out. These seem like we want them. Tolsimir, I don't think we want. Do I get rid of all the Hydroid Krasis? That seems insane. How the fuck would we win? What do we cut? What do we cut? What do we cut? What do we cut? Actually, let's just get rid of these bastards. That's probably correct, right? Deputy of Detention seemed pretty terrible. That was the right one. That's the right choice. I think that maybe we can also cut a pair of Hydroid Crazy Pals. Delicious. Krasis could be clutch for a feather, though. Yeah, I kind of like the Krasis. Oh. Oh. Alright, we have some choices. We can send back Tomic Distinguished Advocist. I think I like this play quite a bit more.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Because
I have a plan.
Kiaifas can indeed replay it, but if I cast any spell on this on my turn, my opponent cannot respond because Teferi 3 is a stupid card. I love this. Stiano says, you inspired me to get back into the gym over a year ago. On Sunday, I joined the 1,000 Pound Club. Here's to life changes. Fuck yeah. I also deeply love the implication that you now weigh over 1,000 pounds. Oh, it's funny. Entropy asks, what even is the 1,000 Pound Club? My understanding is that it is the combined total amount of poundage you can lift of, like, your bench, your deadlift, your squat, and your... I don't know. Or maybe it's just those three. Something like that. Okay. Alright, so there's not enough mana to do much of anything. This is the one that actually... Well, they're all problems, aren't they? I'm going to exile this. We're going to get a chance to scry. We're going to put that at the bottom.
I am not going to sit this one out. Here we go.
Oh, yes, a Risen Reef. Grumpy Johnny says, I'm living in the US for 7 years, and the measurement system still hurts my head. Yeah, it's an unbelievably stupid system. Everything outside of America is more intelligent.
That's more like it.
Alright, I'm feeling a little bit boned. A little boned. A wee little bit boned. I think this is not a feather deck. At all.
I really should have seen that coming.
Alright, I'm pretty dead. I'm pretty much screwed. I think this is just a Naya flyer list. Naya Flyers is actually just a really sweet list. Alright, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's like a Naya list that just doesn't run one-cost enchanters. Alright, we are totally boned. You know, I'm actually going to switch to a slightly different Bant Ramp deck because I don't like this one's sideboard. I actually prefer a little bit more of a traditional Bant Ramp list, like this one. This one just, it's much more basic. So let me import this. Bant Ramp 2. And I can sort of highlight the differences. This one is a very linear main deck construction. It's 4 of all the mana generators, and then 4 of Risen Reef, Deputy, Teferi, and then, you know, 4 of the big payoff cards, and then our really only tech things are Tristani Discordant and Voracious Hydra. Whereas in this one, there's 3 Paradise Druids because they're a little bit weaker as blockers. There's 3 Deputy of Detentions because it doesn't have... this is a more reactive card. And then 2 Finales of Glory, which I just totally dig. And then this actually makes the sideboarding, I feel, significantly easier because, you know, I already always know that I'm going to have 2 slots that I'm going to cut versus, you know, aggro, things like this. In the sideboard, we have a lot of the similar ones that we have, but we also have 2 Veils of Stummer instead of 1. It's a pretty minor change, but I like this one. I just really like Finale of Glory. Another huge payoff card. I think is pretty... It's certainly easier for me to play. I hate Teferi. Yeah, we're running Teferi. We're a big piece of shit. Maybe we should rerun Nox's big red deck, man, because that one was fun. But we're gonna be spending a lot of the day trying to play properly. Oh my god! I just tried to put my arms here and like push myself up. Holy crap! My arms are tired. Goodness gracious, glorioski mio my. Dude. Stealth Hobo says, I like Finale as an additional payoff card, though I'd prefer green Finale with Endray's Forerunners happy face. Oh, it is so tight. Is it not? Freddy says, I hope you understand you're selling your soul for Try Hard Tuesday. Yeah. Selling the souls. Alright, so this is probably a Temur Elemental list. It has a pretty good amount of just blow up a single dude. 'Tis a very good play. Now here is an interesting question. Do we want to go for an additional Risen Reef? Or do we want to go for a Voracious Hydra to pick off the Risen Reef on the enemy side? I think that since my opponent is likely ramping into their 5-cost, whatever the heck it's called. Ooh, that totally bones us. Jesus. I probably should have played that one first. Fuck. I think that since our opponent is probably going to play their 5-cost card, we're more than content to do something like this. God, did that hurt bad, man. Jeez. Cavalier of Thorns is the name of it. Oh my god. It's Cheeto Fingers. One, two, three, four, 5. X equals 3. It's a 3-4. I can nuke it. Oh, you would also run Field of the Dead, you big butt. Big old butt. So my opponent is low on cards in hand. That would be their ticket to replenish it. Omnath is going to continue to grow big. Our opponent has only 5 unique lands out, so we can avoid the big swell of obnoxiousness. Deputy of Detention is particularly good against these kinds of decks. So that's nice. Dallas Sooner, happy 64-month anniversary, man. 2 to the 6 months of hanging out. Hanging out, having a good time, being marginally above average at games. I've been the most average gamer for the last few years, I think. I'm taking all my brain power and devoting it to learning more about programming and, you know, my machine learning stuff and all that stuff. Our Deputy of Detention is also extremely good against that as well. This is hard because I don't really feel like I can comfortably block. Oh, God. I think I kind of feel like I need to X equals 3 this or something. This wound up being a sort of painfully awkward draw. I mean, I could go to 1, but then another Omnath kills me. This is a very difficult position. I'm going to do this and X equals 3 and just double up. Suffer. This is one of the problems with the Bant Ramp decks is that, you know, you sometimes just wind up with these incredibly easy games, and sometimes you wind up with just these, like, disastrously horrible, awful experiences. I may have to Deputy of Detention the Hydroid Krasis instead of the Of All Things. We are so dead. Cavalier of Gales is so good, and I have not seen it run in, like, any of these decks. That is insane. I think I might just quit. I think I might just quit this game. Frostsalfen. Ask people to know the next What the Deck theme. Yes, the next What the Deck theme is the cards that are rotating out. It's Sagas versus Transformers. Are you kidding the crap out of me? Thanks, Teferi. My decks will have 6 or more Sagas in them. Nox's decks will have 6 or more cards that transform. Cards like Treasure Map, Search for Escanta, etc. So we don't need the Finale of Glory because we're not necessarily looking to be a wide boy. Tristani Discordant doesn't really help us that much. Time Wipe helps us so much. Tolsimir, Friend of Wolves, helps us so much. We could Aether Gust some stuff. I'm more content with this. Yeah, Sagas and Transformers are 2 of the greatest mechanics I've seen in Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering. Says Le Renard says, what's your favorite mechanic in Magic the Gathering? I mean, I'll give a cop-out. I feel like any mechanic in Magic the Gathering becomes infinitely more interesting due to the fact that there are so many axes in the game. Exile, in and of itself, is just not that interesting. The graveyard, in and of itself, is not that interesting. But when you start having graveyards and exile and you know, so on and so forth, then all of a sudden, you know, when you see things like, oh, this is a hexproof that does this and doesn't do this and struggles with that and has a benefit here, it just becomes super cool. William says, do you pick the themes? Yes. Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Living Twither. It's kind of an interesting one. I could Nissa. I think the way that we will win this is by being relatively greedy.
We will not fail. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Darren Steele says, guys, there's just been a spoiler at Wizards Twitter. Okay, Wizards of the Coast Twitter. I click a full screen. What? I don't even understand how this works. Holy shit. This is fine. I will take 2 damage. I do not want to block and lose a land. Isn't that sad?
I will aid you.
Oh, this is actually a really weird situation to be in.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Right. So I think there's only one forest here, right? So my opponent will go back down to 4 mana. Oh, my opponent didn't. Huh. I would assume that my opponent would have tapped and returned that land to the hand, but that's, you know, certainly fine.
The land fights for us. Cease this aggression.
Cease this aggression. Man, I don't even know, like, that spoiled card on the Wizards of the Coast Twitter, like, I have absolutely no idea how to even interpret what I'm reading. Ah, Cheeto Fingers. Touches again. And then I'll untap this, and then I'll summon a 2-drop. Cheeto Fingers is the funniest name for this thing, man.
Nature's true power.
Meow. Teferi, time Wevoa. Well, maybe this sucks a little bit. I mean, I could time wipe again. Now, I actually almost have too many choices right now. Guess I return this. This Leafkin I was planning on trying to block, but... Alright, that's actually pretty tight.
The land shall conquer you.
This was a pretty good line.
I must go.
This was a pretty good line. I had to go into the think tank to achieve that. Let me just block the Planeswalker loyalty, so that way I can remind everyone of whose stream they're really watching.
Rise, my elemental friend. Seek shelter in my stewardship. Be wary of the ground you walk.
Boom! Bang! Flickety flickety flang! Yeah! Whoa! Why is day 9 this way? Yeah! Whoa! Ah! Alright, seems good. No more normal lands, enemy concedes, yes. GG! It's bear time. The March of the Bears. Dan MD667 says, do you think in another life you'd have become a professional software engineer? You seem to like programming a lot. I don't know how to answer thine question. I do not know how to answer your question. I have absolutely no idea how to answer that. I really don't. I mean, I would just say that in this life I can do all the programming stuff that I want to do, which is hashtag tight, which is hash brown tight. Swing at me. Cathrudge, yes, dad action, take it. Oh! This is actually a relatively good outcome. Yeah, because if I... How do I get Teferi and Nissa out together, huh? I guess that what I do is I shock this in. Play this out.
I protect that which cannot protect itself.
I don't care if Nissa takes damage, actually. I think that's fine.
Harness the elements.
It's an attack. And then we're going to play Teferi Time Raveler. I always say Time Raveler, which is strictly incorrect. Ching, 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 ching. Little Bobby Table says, I love working on my own code. I don't love working on other people's code. That is true. I have heard that being a programmer who is working on a project that you don't give a damn about, like, I work on the back end for the Brookwood Elementary School District. Dag Jarek says, as soon as you start programming as a job, doing it as a hobby is super hard. I've heard an interesting wide spread of responses to that. Some people are like, you really need to be programming in your spare time and in your full-time job if you ever want to have any hope of being anybody. No! Oh!
Do not test me.
Don't do it. Oh, God. Alright, so I think that what we do is we just send him back, right? We detend the Llanowar Elf, right? Boop. We then shock this in. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can also do 8, 9. Do we think the damage or the big boy is more important? I think the thickness of the boy is more important to us. So this is 2, this is 4, this is 6, 7, 9. So this is x equals 7. So we pay it. I gotta turn off this loud cat, man. I think we played that pretty well. I'm gonna go get some water and some coffee because, by God, this is health timber. I'm gonna be healthy, but my legs... Oh my God! They're so sore that they are now invisible. I want to lose weight. I want to look great. Go me. Oh, my legs are so sore. Oh, my legs, they're so sore. Oh, come, little legs, you can do it. Oh, what reward is this? Do I have to click this?
Oh, I am gonna love tearing this place to the ground.
Vivien, Nature's Avenger. They're not sore, they're invisible. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts and sucks and is bad. You know, I didn't tweet about the fact that I was live. How can I expect to have a career in social media if I am not a true whore of social media? Time to spend the day playing tip-top meta decks all day. We're gonna follow it up with some Try Hard Wednesday, too. Yeah, that seems fine. Where's my TikTok announcement? Man, new school social media, I actually view a lot of the new school social media not really as social media at all. Not really at all as social media. Like something like TikTok, I almost view closer to something like a Minecraft than a Twitter. Scourgeland says, have you considered trying sports instead of the gym? I have, and I would never want to do that. I would never want to do that. And this is such a reasonable question. I think the only thing that I would... Let me just state. The thing I would consider doing is learning a martial art. Oh, it's a Kethis deck. Oh, he's going to try to Kethis on me. Okay, whatever. I would never want to do it. The reason is just the time and commitment reason. I was in a dodgeball league for a while, and though it was fun, it was almost too much socialization for me. Made me feel a little stressed. For any of you who don't know what this deck is, this is the 4-color Legends, or I call it the Kethis deck because saying Kethis like that makes me laugh. The way it works is you have a whole bunch of legendary type things, legendary enchantments, legendary artifacts, and you'll note that, so Kethis lets you play legendaries from your graveyard. So if you have, say, 2 Mox Ambers in your graveyard, you can play a Mox Amber, tap it for mana, play the next Mox Amber from your graveyard. This Mox Amber goes into the graveyard. The new one is there. You tap it for mana. You then play the one that just went to the graveyard. You play it again because of the 2 Legends rule. That one goes to the graveyard, so you tap it again. Does that make sense? Everyone understand how that one works? So you can do this to infinitely generate mana.
Sorry I'm late.
It's technically not infinite, but may as well be. Are these all? Nice. So, upon generating a pseudo-infinite amount of mana,
You just let me know.
you just fill up your graveyard with legends, and then you can do things like mill me out. You can do things like cast a whole bunch of Oath of Kaias to kill me. Things like this.
I am Tamio. It is an honor to the library.
To the library. Okay, let's see how much mana do we have. So we can ship that one back to the hand. We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 mana. If I play both of these, I can't quite do all of the things that I want to do. Hey. But what are you gonna do? This thing must die. So I think I need to Deputy of Detention one of them, or Voracious Hydra one of them. I'm gonna do the Deputy of Detention play. Then I can do this.
Nature's true power.
Now I'll have enough mana to double
I have become too
Risen Reef.
involved with my work.
Oh my god, we've had some giftings occur. Take action. Enters tapped. Dismiss. Resolve. Take action. Scry. Resolve. On top. Put it to the bottom. Say okay. Take action. Enters tapped. Dismiss. End turn. Alright, so who in the heck in hell? Boople Snoot loves you, gifted 5? And Dawn of War's 762 gifted 5. To all you fine folk in my chatteroo, let me say with all sincerity, thank you. And happy September. Happy September. Ember. Ember. A. Or for me, it's Health Timber. Anyone else trying to be healthy in the month of September? Your pal Sean is. I gave up being healthy several times over the summer. Because let me tell you, when I get stressed, I like to eat. And there were stressful events, and so I ate. And it helped. Helped quite a bit. Okay, what wish we to do? Diligent Excavator, hilariously, is one of the cornerstone cards in this entire Decaroni. The reason being, whenever you play any of these legends, which are historic cards, this is what lets you fill up your graveyard with enough legendaries to sort of do things with later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Voracious Hydra for a relatively modest amount. No, let's become huge here, yes? Let's become unbelievably thick, swollen, and tight. So this would be 1, 3, 5, 7, 8. Let's just pay that like this, right? Fights a creature. We got to get this Diligent Excavator out, because again, the Kethis deck is using its graveyard as its primary resource. So I'll now commence the Bing Bongs. I'm going to Teferi Time Raveler, and I'm just going to plus this. I don't exactly see anything that would be good to minus.
Nothing.
like bouncing the Mox Amber, they'll just replay it. Bouncing the Oath of Kaya, they'll replay it, kill this, and get another thing. That pronunciation of Kethis is slowly killing me. Yeah, isn't it fun to say Kethis? Keitheth. I like the pronunciation that's very lispy in nature. Oh my gosh, oh no! It's Keitheth! Oh no, it's Keitheth! Keitheth. This is pronounced Keitheth, Keitheth. Fan of Aries says, listen, I understand why you're pronouncing Keitheth wrong. And it is funny, it's also killing me. You know what, Fan of Aries, tell me precisely how you want to pronounce it. I'll pronounce it that way. I mean, if I were trying to pronounce this on my own, I would pronounce it Kethis. Veloft. Okay, so here's the combo. Look, see, things start filling up. Fibblethip. Now this can be cast from hand, or excuse me, cast from graveyard, which then causes more things to go into the graveyard, which then means this goes to the graveyard. So now both of these go to the graveyard. We're just gonna chill.
I have learned little.
I'll return while you slumber.
Hey, we can. This is a really weird combo, and I'm so pleased that it's actually showing up. Alright, so now we look dead. Now we look dead. There's a chance. But the reason we look dead is because there's now several Oaths of Kaya in there, so we're probably just going to get burned out. My opponent could just time out as well, which would be hilariously funnyful. I would laugh and laugh and find it to be a moment of hilariousness and funnifularity. Gizmo of Arabia says, any day off games coming up? You know, Gizmo of Arabia, I should actually plan out the next 3 weeks. I should actually plan out the next 3 weeks. Is this it? Is the game over? So we have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15.
I will not stand for such violence.
So, alright, our opponent can get 2 more mana. Alright, our opponent might fizzle. So we're already going to be doing... We're already going to be doing Riven in Mostly Walking. Well, I mean, we're going to beat Sam Max Hit the Road, then we're going to be playing Riven. Hey, Huge Steve. Good to see you, man. How's it going, man? What else? What are some other interesting games that could be played? That could be played.
This is hardly my working feat.
Greedfall looks neato. Oh, yeah, what's Greedfall about? Greedfall. What? That's an RPG, huh? I like system-y games. Dicey Dungeons. That's one. How does that one work? Dicey Dungeons. Nice. All right. STS light with humor.
Has been a nightmare.
What are some releases that are coming up soon? Dag Jerk says Oxygen Not Included left early access. Might be fun to revisit that. That's a good idea. That's a good one. Dag Jerk says, what's your opinion on the VR trend? Haven't really heard you talk about it at all. I think, I'm just going to make a really over-the-top statement, and then I'm going to slowly back off on it. I think the pursuit of VR in its present form is, by and large, garbage. Absolute garbage, wall to wall. See, that's a pretty strong statement, but we're going to back off on it. We're going to back off on that slowly. Let me explain to you the first and foremost thing that I don't hear actually talked about enough, which is that you get fucking sick in VR not because the FPS is too low, not because you need 4K in each eye, but because when you see motion happening around you, but there's no motion happening in your body, it fucks with millions of years of evolution. That's why you get sick. Okay? Like that's it. That's it. And I remember there was a time, I can't remember who did this. There was some company that listed an intensity scale. This game is really intense. This game is not very intense. And all the ones that were intense just had movement. And that was it. That's the problem, is that, like, oh yeah, if you're on a roller coaster and the thing is moving, but your body ain't. Alright, is there a way to do this? So we can crunch Keithus. Crunching Keithus is probably the play. Our opponent just fucked up so badly. It's just fantastic for us, huh? Probably gonna want to keep all these cards here. I don't know how many Keithies are here. How many Keithies are here? 2? Oh, we could very well still be a super dead game. Which is fine. Send that one back.
I've got it.
Send this one back.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Be gone.
That's more like it.
Pretty much I'm not going to want to draw cards here.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Let us go to combat. Alright.
This is hard.
Depending upon what's in here, yeah. I think our opponent exiled a lot of Othakayas, which is good. Alright, anyways, yeah, if the thing you're looking at isn't moving, but you feel physical movement, you get sick. If what you're looking at is moving and you're not feeling physical movement, you get sick. This is why people get sick in cars. This is why people get sick when they're in a virtual car, but like physically sitting still. All right, this is the thing I hate the most about modern VR is it's like nobody is saying things like, dude, we freaking have to figure out we have to figure out how people can't get so sick. Now, that said, I recently played the Oculus Quest. And the Oculus Quest is a headset you put on, the whole device is in there, and you can just like move around. Like it doesn't have like a cord coming out of your head plugged into a computer. And because you always move when your character moves and vice versa, it feels way better. It feels way the hell better. So, by the way, we're pretty much dying because this Diligent Excavator is going to mill us out. It was plausibly the correct choice to just, Beat Saber I really enjoyed. Beat Saber I thought was great. So, like, I believe that in present day, I'm talking just present day, obviously future technology can change all this. Present day, I think that if people are making games that account for the fact that you really can't move more than in like a 3-foot by 3-foot box. And how do you make a game with that? I think you could do some interesting shit. I just don't friggin' believe that we are, we're 5 years from Ready Player One. Because you get fucking sick, man. Because you get so sick. If there's something that can like tap into your nervous system, kind of like interface with that, yeah, maybe. I'm actually way more tickled by AR experiences. Warniel says something that recently crossed my mind is that older people that are less used to gaming get motion sick in normal FPS games. Maybe younger generations won't get motion sick at all in VR. I feel like there's been substantial research to illustrate where those types of motion sicknesses come from. And there is an absolute truth to brains do adapt to things. How the heck do we do this? This doesn't really matter, does it? Right? Because we're never going to lose to the beatdown play. Tolsimir seems good to delete things. Maybe Baffling Ends. I think I put in this, and right when they're about to mill me, I Veil of Summer, and they get fucked. There. I'm not entirely sure how to board against this. Sure. And Qdachi's talking about some of the technological improvements to allow for that. Yeah, no, I mean, actually, this is sufficiently good with the 2 scries. This effectively lets me draw, into really good shit like that. Yeah, again, I'm absolutely certain that there's going to be methods that people come up with that help a ton. Absolutely, I think that's going to happen. But I keep being honestly a bit baffled at the percentage of discussion that doesn't focus on what I feel like is the only issue. The only issue that exists in VR is people are getting fucking sick. It really feels like it's it. This is the only thing.
I will protect the virtue of this world. Be wary of the ground.
Slightly hyperbolic of a statement, but I mean it's the issue. It's like the one true issue. People are talking. Yeah, people are talking about. Oh, there needs to be a killer app. Like, I mean that would help. But like, again, no matter how killer your app is, huge percentage of people are gonna get fucking sick. What's gonna make it killer? Oh, that's so fertin' good. Oh my god, yes. Get thee to a nunnery. Why can't I hold all these temples of mystery?
The land fights for us.
Like, I mean, this is me getting a little bit on my high horse, but I feel like there's people have these words for that they use to describe things as though they're not knowable. There needs to be a killer app. It needs to be killer. And what this actually means under the hood. I don't actually need any of this shit, so I'm just gonna. Beep, beep. Yeah.
The land shall conquer you.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, what's a killer app? Now, qualitatively, people say things like, it's an app that's so good it launches the platform, you know, and all this stuff. Okay, what makes it good? What are the qualities of the thing that are good? Let's talk about how to make a good thing.
Sorry I'm late.
Okay, what's preventing people from buying? Tap. What's preventing people from buying VR in large numbers? Well, there's just no killer app. What's a killer app? It's a thing that'll cause people to buy VR in large numbers. You know, it's just this circularity. It's like, okay, but like, what's the actual thing? What's actually going on under the hood? Dude. It's that people really get sick when they play this shit. That's really the big, bad core issue that's lurking under the shadows. People get so sick. They get so sick they have to go to hospital. Yeah, maybe I actually should take out Fibblefip, huh?
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
And there's things like, it's too pricey, etc., but I mean, like, people spend $1,000 on new phones a year, you know? If the thing is sufficiently good, its value to people goes up. Alright, I think we're dead now. You know, I'm just gonna concede, move on with my life. Because this game's gonna take forever. Yeah, I mean, it feels like overwhelmingly the problems with virtual reality are just like, how do you just make this not feel so... Make me sick? How do we make it not so heavy on my head? My whole head's sweating and uncomfortable. How do I do that? Do I need a big space for this? Well, shit, how do I get that? I mean, it's like all the things that are surrounding a good app. Like, if Valve was like, dude, Half-Life 3 on VR tomorrow, let's go. I'd be like, alright, cool. And I would put it on, and in 5 minutes I would get sick. You know what I mean? I'll hang on to this, and I will trust that I will draw Nissa or a Hydroid Krasis. That's one thing I really did miss about my Grixis. My Grixis control deck that I was playing so much absolutely stomps the crap out of the Kethis decks. I wanted a Nissa. I got a Nissa. Okay, so we're looking at Sultai. And with Elvish Rejuvenator, this makes me... Okay, so this is a Golos deck. So we must speed up. We know that this is Golos because we see a cumulative 5 colors.
Behold, nature's true power.
And Golos is the deck that makes use of 5 colors. Alright, no more Lando in the hando. How grando. We don't need the largest Hydra in the world, but we're gonna make the largest Hydra in the world. We will fight the 1/1 bro. We'll get our non-green source to become big and strong. Now, augmented reality in all its looseness of definition. Now, there's something I can get behind for the present tense. Now, and I get that, like, there's all these discussions of, like, oh, but wait. Day 9. Alright, I don't need this thing. What about... What about the existential threat of the future? You know, like, there's big businesses who are just like, oh shit, if we don't absolutely home run the fuck out of VR, we are boned, Amanda. What do I even want in this matchup, man? Oh! How do I sideboard in this matchup? What's even in... What is even in the Golos decks? What am I trying to prevent? Meow! Yeah, hi, sweetheart. I think, I actually think Tristani Discordant's pretty correct here. I think that I just leave in everything, and my plan is to beat him down. Yeah, okay, like, for instance, here is a alternate or an augmented reality app that I would love so much to exist. If I could, on the street, hold up my phone and I just hover around a bunch of restaurants and informations about their Yelp reviews just show up. Places similar to it just show up. What if I'm in a foreign country and I can just hold up my phone and just the prices of, this hair salon just start showing up right there. Being in the grocery store, just holding up my phone and it just gives me the health information of the food. Damn, I'd love that. I'd love that. Is this some brilliant-ass idea? No, this is like lowest hanging fruit, very straightforward kind of thing. I mean, that's kind of cool, but not exactly what I want. I'm looking for pace. Ooh, actually, I screwed up. Why am I playing the Risen Reef? I want the turn 3 Nissa. Issa. Hey. I want the turn 3 Nissa. Issa. Alright, stop singing Day 9. My god, that's enough Day 9. Could I please get a Lando? Holy shit, man. Welcome to the land of the elves. No. Well, there was the AR app that my buddy Asher made, Housecraft, where you can take your your camera and you hold it in your room, and you can take furniture and you can drag them around in your digital empty room, and you can kind of see how it would fit in your space. It's awesome, right? So this right now is not a substantial amount of damage. So if I played Nissa, if I played this, and then, yeah, this is pretty good.
Together we will prevail. Rise, my element friend.
Who loves enormous Krasis? Hang8011 says, I saw one like that for sneakers. Yeah, it's dope. Well, that ain't gonna do nothing, dude.
Easy to find in war.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many do I really have? Oh, I think we actually did it, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap, untap. Great.
Harness the elements.
I did it. Yeah! Take that, Lilith Moon. I think there's no sweepers in the Goldoth deck. I did it. And before Legion's End, my opponent would need a pair of Legion's End to successfully do it. Alright. That was fun as hell. If I tried RimWorld, seems like a game you'd be into. I played RimWorld. I enjoyed it a reasonable amount. I'm gonna tell you a game idea I've been fantasizing about for a long time, and after playing golf with friends, I really want to do. This is my little idea. This is my idea, my dear. I think it would be tight. I think it would be really tight to have what I'm going to call a physics strategy game. Okay, that's my little idea. You know how in golf with friends you go, try to hit the ball, try to get it into the hole. It's fun. It's fun. Bounce it around, it goes into the hole, right? But problem with golf with friends is that once you kind of know where you're supposed to hit it, you're done. You did it. You're good. I have to remind all of you about the DK30 challenge. Yeehaw. Yeah, right? Like, once you know where you're supposed to hit it, the fun goes down. But wouldn't it be tight? Wouldn't it? I dropped my phone. Wouldn't it be so hashtag tight if the way the game worked, imagine like a two-sided golf course, mini golf course, right? It's a bit of a kludgy example, but what the F ever. I'm going in, man. You can't stop me. I'm gonna fucking shit on shit. Yeah. Ba-bong. You unramp, I stay ramped. Imagine if it went in rounds where you hit the ball, and then... Well, a prick. You hit the ball, and then you place little obstacles. You try to hit it again, place little obstacles. So you alternate between trying to build up and disrupt.
Have a storied battle. I know I noted this somewhere.
Uh-oh. Got Cheeto fingers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be so fun. It's me, a fly guy. It's me and Slogger. Going at it. What's that platformer game y'all played? Yeah, Ultimate Chicken Horse. Like a physics-based Ultimate Chicken Horse with more rules. Because, boy, dude, let me just tell you, I mean, the whole point of this idea is I think physics is fun. No! Cheeto fingers! Oh! I think physics is so damn frickin' fun, man. Ooh. I feel like there's a way that I should be able to cast both of these, but it looks like the answer is no, huh? I really don't want my opponent to draw any chords.
More data will be needed.
I think I'm the beatdown. Yeah, like, physics is really fun. And when you have multiplayer games, people are making challenges for each other over the course of the multiplayer experience. Ah! Ah! No, don't do it. No, blocks. Oh! Alright, time to play my Nissa. Issa. Okay, we want... You tapped, and you tapped, and you tapped, and you tapped. And then this one tapped. Ha ha! Alright, now how do I maximally hurt him? Hurtimus Burtimus. I don't think the Tristani Discordant is going to be as helpful for us. Oh, I figured it out. Boom! The way we took a big dump on our opponent last time was we time wept. But I also don't necessarily think... Well, actually, what are their removals? It's like Omnath, and then they'd have some extra ones. So maybe Deputy of Detention is a little off here. But are there any 3 or less cards? Yeah, there is. So if I, like, peel those puppers out... I'm also scared to run a Deputy of Detention against someone that has so many ETBs. Oh, there's just so many ETBs. Anyways, oh my god, would that be cool? We create little physics challenges for each other. I've wanted to make this game since I was a kid, dude. Since I was day one. Oh, Sheriff, you're right. I'm sorry, guys. My cat notified me of something by staring. But I know what the Share Bear stare means. Here you go. She needs me to lift this up a little bit because she wants to go tanning. Once it's about 2 or 3 p.m., Sheriff likes to wander over. See, there's a lot more light here, and it really fucks up the green screening, but I frankly don't care even a little bit because I love my cat. And I want my cat to be able to do some tanning. There you go. There you go. Hi. Yep. Do some smells. What's the right place to lie down? Am I wearing green pants? No, I'm doing this radical weight loss thing where you just cut your fucking legs off. It's a radical weight loss. Radical weight loss. What you do is, did you know that like a leg weighs like 40 pounds? Cut your leg off, dude. It's incredible. As the French would say, incroyablement. Pay to life.
Right on schedule.
Get thee to a nunnery. I never want to attack again. See, I'm hoping he's like, Cavalier of Blurms. You know. Do you know what? Tolsimir, friend of day 9. Let me tell you. Good moves. Good feels.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
One of my Leafkin Druids is secretly going to become a Chumpkin Druid. In French, incredible is actually incroyable. Incroyable. But I love to say incroyablement. It's so fun. Dude, let me tell you something. I say good morning to my cats first thing every morning, and I say good nights to my cats first thing before I go to bed.
Let's try this.
All the time.
virtue of this world.
You know, it's alright.
Behold, nature's true power.
You can't respond. Every day, just, good morning, kittens, good morning, I love you. Give them little kisses. Alright. It's time to hop in bed. Good morning. Or good evening, I love you. Good evening. Take care, little baby cats. I'm gonna play Tolsimir, gain the life, it's fine.
I've got time.
Love telling those cats I love them. I love telling them that I love them. It's like my favorite thing. Because the cats, they actually don't speak English too well. They're not some of the most linguistically sophisticated baby girls. However, I will note...
Stand fight for us.
X equals 4. Ooh, you love to see it. You love to see it. They don't speak English very well, but I mean, I don't even give a flying damn about that. So they're just getting the exact same love and support from their dad every day, and they're getting some of their favorite thing like scritches and pity pats.
I got you.
I know it's gonna make them happy girls. And it works.
Enough.
Now anytime I like get up, I need to do something. I get up, and the cats are just like, well, they just walk over to me. They're like, Dad! And I'm like, oh, good morning, girls. It's fucking awesome, man. I love having little kittens. Man, we draw well. Well, case of Laura, I only put good cards in this here deck. I'm gonna eat a banana soon. I'm pretty excited about that banana. This is part of the reason why I know
See if your talents are worth
I don't really need that much money to be happy, because I'm pretty excited about this 19-cent banana I have coming up in my life.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Oh, a Nissa, is it? So we want to tap the lands that are non-forests first. Gross. Yes.
That which cannot protect itself.
What's this? Huh? Mythic. Get me out of here. I have like orbs and shit or whatever. I have not even looked at this mastery system like even a little bit. Check. Alright, so I get some. Whatever. I don't give a damn. Oh, this is the next reward? Sure, why not? MTG Battle Pass. Man, haven't you heard Looper Call? Everybody has a Battle Pass. Zatchmeister, you're going to do great in your job interview. I want you to know, man. Alazia says, I know it's Try Hard Tuesday, and this isn't MTG related, but do you have any recommendations for dealing with burnout when you don't have an option to slow down or stop what you're doing? Well, tell me a little bit about what the form of this is. Is this like I don't have the capability to slow down work and work days and that sort of thing? Oh, Becky, look at her butt. Why didn't you get your battle pass? I do have my battle pass, Raging Wolf. I purchased it. I own it. And we even saw it right there on the screen how many little check markers I have all filled out. Oh, fuck this matchup, man. I really just want to splash Ashiok now. I guess this... Yeah. Ozzy says, I'm in the process of doing fundraising for my company. Hey, congratulations. Also, that sounds fucking terrible, man. Let me tell you, fundraising is awful. Been talking with investors for almost 5 months on top of another full-time job to pay the bills. Holy crap. Alright, here's my advice when you're in a situation like that. You are a human, my dude. You are a human. Which means you have a limited amount of willpower. There is only so much that you can do to be a giant productive bear. My health doesn't especially matter in this matchup, and I want as many things that say forest in them out. So, feel free to indulge in certain things that make you feel good. I will give an example. This was a very stressful summer due to the death of a friend. And I find that that is extremely exhausting for me. That's just really, frankly, very tiring. I think I cut this guy to be more aggressive. So, what did I do? I didn't really try that hard to be some workout machine. I didn't try that hard to be the healthiest boy I could be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 2 is 3. Yeah, we did it. I just threw my hands up in the air. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a 4-5, but that's fine. I still want to max it out. You know, doing shows is tough. And trying to, like, do other projects is something that brings me great joy, but it's also very time-consuming. And so, you know what I did? I just stopped working out and started eating a whole bunch of food that was not so healthy for me. But boy does it make me happy. Feels great. I knew a girl that in grad school, she was trying to finish her PhD thesis, and she had recently had a kid. And she told herself, for every page of my thesis that I write, I am gonna eat a donut. And by God, that girl gained like 25 pounds, and she was not a tall girl either. So you were like, holy shit, are you doing okay? She's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna lose this later, man, but I just need to eat donuts to get through this. And you know what? She wrote a brilliant thesis. She got through it. She didn't have to be in PhD school for a few months, so you know what she fucking did? She worked out and lost 25 pounds, and she had a PhD and a kid, and all it cost her was a few months of eating donuts, alright? I think that Teferi Time Raveler is going to be bad for us. I think Tolsimir is good for just keeping the pressure on. I think Baffling End is good for... These things seem bad. This seems good, yeah. So Alazia says pizza is always a solution, right? Yeah! I mean, like, okay, so if I'm eating pizza every day, my stomach's going to hurt, right? So, I mean, I'm, like, you know, indulge reasonably, but, like, there's the whole practice self-care, your body is a temple, you need to have the most, you need to work out so that way you're hot and naked, you need to have a side project that could be a multi-billion-dollar business, you need to do a great job at work, you need to raise a family of 10 for the future so you can imbue your values on other people. You need to be a dedicated and loving husband. I mean, it's all like bullshit where it's just like, who the fuck has time for this? You know how my frustration with all the demands of life, yeah, I manifest it is whenever I go to some store and they say, do you want to join our reward program? It'll get you 10% off every third purchase if you... And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't fucking want it. Give me the lettuce. All I'm here for is lettuce. That's it. I don't want to join some program that I have to min-max because I can only afford to play like 1 or 2 games in my life. Oh, but you're going to get all these extra miles, and if you save this, it's super easy. You just have to fill this out and share your information with these people, and then when you do it, if you get enough miles... No. I'll buy the ticket, and I'll fly on the plane. Fuck off. I have a lot of shit to do. I don't need this nonsense. No, but it's actually, like, really good if you think about it. My life was better when I didn't talk to you. You know what happened? I paid for a ticket, I flew on the plane, and everyone left me alone, and it was from heaven. It was amazing. I hate all these programs because, I mean, I'm supposed to, this is America, I'm supposed to figure out my own health insurance, I'm supposed to figure out how to pay my own taxes, which is the most complicated thing in the entire universe. And the thing is that, like, I also sort of, like, ideologically don't believe in yelling at people. So I don't. But I do have those really long kind of... No, I really appreciate that. No, I'm just not interested. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. You know what? That's fucking frustrating to do, too. God! Like, slowly going crazy! You know, I actually think I needed to kill this Diligent Excavator a little sooner. And I think I will. Just take it out. Diligent Excavator is the key card in Snake X's decks. But God, it just drives me insane. And so yeah, I mean, if you're freaking fundraising, dude, you're fundraising, and you're like working a job that you can't care about your health, and that's okay. I mean, don't literally just be like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna have, you know, deep fried mayonnaise balls for breakfast every day. Like, you're allowed to think, but you know, for God's sake, all this nonsense in the world right now, just like, oh man, you know, you really gotta do all, you don't have to do shit you don't want to do, man, my friend. Just do some stuff, and you're doing great. You're doing fine. So that's the way I deal with the feeling of I'm burnt out, and what I really want is a break, but I can't take a break. What do I do? God, I think all the modern garbage about how you gotta take care of your body and how you gotta min-max your reward programs and all this other shit, it's so profoundly stupid.
The land fights for us.
It makes me crazy. I mean, it's just so dumb. It feels like all the world's system designers got together and they went, wait a minute, what if the customer does all the fucking work? What if instead of you show up to our institution and we got you covered? You give us some money for the thing, we got it covered. Instead it's just like, oh, you know what's really cool at Target that you can do? I may have been able to X equals 10 this, but I'm like, I'm feeling, I'm in my zone. Oh, you know, we'll have a checkout aisle where people check out their own shit, and, you know. And then that way we only need to have one completely emotionally sapped person covering all of the materials. That's so great. We solved it. You know, I bet you in 5 years there's going to be someone who's just like, oh, you come here and you cut your own hair. We have all the barber equipment. Isn't that great? It's so cool. You come, I'm going to have to be cutting my own hair. I'm going to have to be like cranking a pump to get water into my own house. It's great. You get as much or as little water as you want. Yeah, I need you. I'm gonna kiss you. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's Dad. Surprise. It's me. I needed this. Whoa. You did not want to be kissed, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. She knocked the microphone over. Sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. Maraxus have killed. Yeah, man, I'm so tired of everyone telling me to give a damn about things. It's easy. It's so easy. No, it's not. Doing one thing is so hard. I woke up and I made breakfast. You know what? It took 13 minutes and it was hard. It was hard to do. Now, a lot of people are going to go like, you don't know what the meaning of hard life is. Here's someone who's being sawed in half right now. Okay, that person, I'm not going to compare and contrast. It's probably harder to be sawed in half than it is to make yourself some eggs and toast. But I'm so freaking tired of people trying to be like, it's so easy to blah, 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 blah. Everything takes some energy. Doing the show takes energy. Making breakfast takes energy. Going to the gym takes energy. Those are 3 things that I did. Cook my food, pick stuff up and put it back down again, and do the show. These are 3 things. 3 that I did. Then to have someone look at me and be like, oh, an entirely new skill set in an area you're unfamiliar with. You should do it. It's easy. If I had an empty slate, because I was a billionaire and I woke up and I went, there's nothing to do unless I choose to do it. You know what? It'd be pretty fucking easy to do. Pretty fucking easy to do that one thing. But by God, man. If you, like, work a job and have a friend and a dog, like, your schedule's booked. You're booked out. You're booked. You know what's a cool hobby you should pick up? I can't, because I have to walk my dog, and that's way too much work for me. By the way, I'm surprised to see the Simic flash deck, and I think I am completely and utterly fuckaronied versus this Simic flash deck. So we're just gonna run straight into a big pile of counter spells. Dalsooner87 says, just bought house, have girlfriend and dog. Yup, booked. Yeah, no, I mean, you know that old model in the 50s of the husband who went to work and worked from 9 to 5, no more. And there was the wife that stayed at home wearing a blouse and drinking 5 glasses of wine with Valium or whatever the fuck they did in the 50s. Right. You know all that stuff? You know all that jazz? You know that one? There's a certain sense to it because owning a house at all takes all your time. Owning, like, I know homeowners, and I'm just like, hey, it's the weekend, what are you gonna do? Well, I really need to try to figure out how to get some shingles on the west side of the house because every time it rains, it gets all wet. So we're going to go to the store and get some shingles, and we're pretty excited because we're saving up money for curtains. Because there's like 18 windows in the house, right? It's just like so much, and like stuff breaks, like you push the toilet flush button, and you know what happens? Nothing. And you know, you don't have like a thing that you fill out. You can't like call your front desk and be like, hello, I live in an apartment, my toilet, it's not behaving in a toilet-like way. You fix it. And they go, we'll fix it. You don't get that even a little bit. This is coming out. This is coming in. I think this is coming in. I think these guys got to get in here. These seem pretty garbage. I really don't fucking understand how people just like own a house. I mean, it's just insane to me. Yeah, I mean, like, you own a house, you have to fix your deck and your plumbing going wrong all the time, and you think the paint is ugly, so you're like, I'm gonna repaint the house. You know what happens? A year passes. A year passes, and there's still that blue tape and those weird clear tarp thingies just hanging around your house. Oh, we're definitely gonna finish painting the house. It's just like so hard. Of course you would need one person full-time doing that. It makes so much sense to me. Not like the traditional nuclear model of the man makes the money, the woman does the house stuff. Like, I mean, 2 people each working half a job, spending the rest of the half just taking care of the house. Like, my God! My God! Basket sale, and says my furnace broke, then the microwave, then the washing machine just this year. Yeah, it's because you own a house, and owning a house is actually hell. Now, I'm being a little hyperbolic because it sure is fun, but the sort of point of this entire rantaroni... Ah, crap. The entire purpose of this rantaroni is coming back to Alazius, who is just feeling a little burnt out and is like, what do? Oh, you're going to counter me, aren't you? Maraxis of Keld. Since there's not double blue out, I feel comfortable swonking in like this. Like, the reason I'm saying this is I just feel like in the modern day, for whatever reason, especially the millennial generation, everyone just keeps being like, it's easy, just fucking do everything. It's easy. So what, is X equal 2 here? Some bullshit like that? Fuck. Scatter it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm blocking you. In case any of you didn't know, I'm completely screwed in this matchup. I just wasn't expecting anyone to run this deck ever. They absolutely murder us. Fartsy Bottom says, when we bought our house, the previous owner bragged about how he planted the giant oak tree in our front yard from an acorn. 2 months later, the sewer backed up. The oak's roots are invading it. And now I'm digging up 20 metric tons of dirt with a shovel to replace it. That's so good. Odds of there being a counter is 100%. We're just going to do this and lose, and it's fine. No. No. Fucking balls. Yeah, no, I like, okay, so I'm someone who loves to work. I work a lot. I have a lot of projects that I like to try to grind through, hoping that one of those little tongs in the fire will grow up and blossom into a big, beautiful business one day. It's great. I really like doing it. Travel a lot for work. Not as much as I used to, but still, overall, pretty dang good amount. And I feel like I'm sort of both aware that I'm doing a lot, but also aware that there's just the mystical energies coming in from social media, and just because, you know, people tweet at me with some frequency, like, oh, you know what you should do? Like, yeah, get rid of either of these. I don't care. You think I need that? I'm gonna do a turn 3 Nissa, man. I'm crazy. Oh, this all sucks. Good luck to me, friends. Woohoo! We need some blue. Yeah, there's all this pressure to, like, oh, just keep working out and keep doing more and do more skills, and I feel like it's too much. I feel like it's just too much, and we're starting to hit that cusp where everyone's like, wait a damn minute. Everyone is constantly pressuring everyone to just be this god of all things. And one of the biggest pressures is also be incredibly thoughtful and sensitive to everyone and everyone's needs around you. Which, obviously, that's something we're super into in this channel. We love being all positive and upbeat and pleasant, trying to help people out, talk people through their woes and wishes and wants and needs and all that good jazz. Yes, give me more blue mana. Like, we like doing that here. We like doing it. But you know, being thoughtful and taking care of other people and worrying about their needs, that sure takes a lot of emotional energy. And okay, and I want to stress, there's a big difference between something being bad and something being a lot of energy.
Trust me, we need to move quickly.
2, 4, 6, 7. Pay 2 life. Hydroid Krasis pal. X equals 5. Boom. Bow. Man, I just feel like there's so much energy demand with shit these days. There's so much energy demand. And when at some point, I feel like it's not that people are evil or lazy or bad. It's just that they run out of energy. They run out of energy. Why don't you XYZ? 'Cause I'm tired. That's why. I'm tired. This is a sweet tech. This is dope.
Time is much more malleable than people think.
Oh. Oh, is that what you wish to do? Oh. Oh my god. Totally thick, sick, solid, and tight. Yeehaw.
Hold that thought.
Dude, this ethereal absolution is so cool to see here. What a cool dude. Oh, this guy's run Teferi 3. What a real piece of shit, man. Anyone who runs that card's a dick.
Nothing.
But yeah, man, I just feel like there's so much energy demand. Even on social media, I get a little worried sometimes that people are calling other people mean or bad or other such things. And I'm gonna make you discard this because I run Teferi 3. When I just feel like, man, people are probably just tired. It's exhausting. Bounce your really expensive thing. Get out of here. Alright, super useless. I mean, I both have the look and feel of a dead person. Right? Don't you think?
Keep up the pace.
Yeah, so, Alazius, if you're overworked, by God, treat yourself right with some absolute garbage. Do something like hang out, watch a movie, instead of exercising and eating healthy. I don't want to play this anymore. Alright, what do I want to do? Trostani Discordant GTFO, right? Right. Voracious Hydra, get out of my deck, right? Excellent. Negate, perfect. Absolutely perfect. I feel like I might want a Tamiyo, Collector of Mayo. Whatever. I actually have zero clue when I would want Tamiyo. Zero at all. I have no clue. None at all. Plox says, for someone who is also tired, any advice to summoning the willpower to do what you know you have to? Yeah, well, here's the technique that I currently use, which is, if they're, like, I'm going to take health and fitness, which is something that I've been getting back to, as you've been hearing me talk about several times today. I want to get back on the workout routine. Yeah. What I don't do is say to myself, I should really do that tomorrow. Then tomorrow rolls wrong, and I go, oh, fuck, I should really do that tomorrow, and then repeat this for 6 tomorrows, and I have convinced myself to feel terrible. Typically what I'll do is I'll go, okay, it's Tuesday, I want to get in shape. You know what? Starting Monday next week, here's how I'm going to start getting up and allocating time to health and how I'm going to prepare and get ready for it. And I am not going to give a damn if I am being unhealthy before then. So my friend, I just kind of take it easy for like 6 days. Like, I mean, I was even in situations where it was like, hey, Sean, do you want to do something healthy? And I was like, on Monday. I mean, let me tell you, I had a delicious, large beer. Sure. Literally Sunday night. Carnitas tacos with asahi. It was great. So that's one thing that kind of helps me amp myself up for it. Okay, so that's our little precursor. Surprise, motherfucker! Who's the uber idiot now? Me! Because I don't have any useful cards in my deck. Woohoo! Take that action. Yeah. Boom. Dismiss. Get this one down. Boom. Pow. Here comes Kaya's Wrath, by the way. Kaya's Wrath. Sweeping it all out. What? This is a really weak Unmoored Ego. This is a really weak Unmoored Ego. This could potentially cost our opponent the game. Like, obviously, getting any good card deleted from your deck feels good, but there's a question of, is it actually useful? Because right now there's every reason to believe that I'm going to kill this person with these cards. I think our opponent's been making mistakes. We do have to go a little bit all in. I mean, if there is a second Kaya's Wrath here, no reason to hold it back since our opponent knows what's up. Alright, that hurts a lot. This helps a lot. Could be dead. Cupster calls him God Eternal Kevin. Yeah, another thing that I do when I really want to be disciplined and get done with something is I try to think about what I am cutting from my schedule. How I am removing time. Because if you have what feels like a pretty full schedule, and you're like, oh, and I also want to write a book. Like, boy, you're sure not helping yourself, right? Because now you're just some guy with a full schedule who is going to make themselves feel bad all day. You really got to cut out time. So, you know, you might be like, surprise, motherfucker. So you might say something to yourself like, I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. I'm going to make myself coffee. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have enough to get huge here. Alright, welcome to Magic the Gathering. Not my forest. I mean, if we just draw our Finale of Glory, we, like, win the game immediately. Almost immediately. Super cool. How many lands are in the deck? 24. So this is 5, 10. This is almost half of them. I'm Teferi Time Raveler. I love putting things back into the hands and then playing them down again. Pretty sure I have my finale for 14. X equals 12. Yeah, so I mean, if there's something I really wanted to do, I might tell myself, okay, I'm going to get up super duper early in the morning and have my coffee. And then from 5:30 to 7:30, this is the only thing I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off my phone. I'm going to turn off Discord. I'm going to turn off Chrome. I'm going to turn off all sorts of garbage.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Everything is horrible for me. Alright, well, we gained a few stars with this deck. Let's play one more best of 3. This deck is less fun than I actually expected it to be. I expected this to be a rip-roaring good time, but instead it's just it's a very dinky deck. And for any curious, I 1,000,000,000,000% do get owned really, really, really hard by that deck. Like, Esper Control being relatively uncommon is the reason that this deck slowly came back, so. So there. So now you have it. It's all so clear now. All right, now I'm probably gonna switch to Boros Feather after this. We've been getting a lot of requests for Boros Feather on this channel. Here we're gonna do it. But yeah, like if I want to get some coding stuff done, let's take coding, because coding is another thing I've let slip as I've been travel stressed, we'll say. Mentos Mance, have you tried Ali's Golos deck? The Nexus Golos deck is surprisingly good. It's actually a pretty damn dope deck. I'm gonna go for the Rampies. That's kind of nice, but I kind of want some other things out. But, you know, whatever. But yeah, if I'm trying to... Oh, it hurts so bad. This is actually fine, though.
Let's slow this down. Here we go.
Ooh. I'm gonna do like this, so that way I can actually block everything and keep Teferi alive. Finale of Glory with Tristani Discordant is tight, tight, tight. But yeah, if I wanted to start doing more coding again, what I would start doing is trying to find out what would be the time that I would want these coding blocks. Okay, so adjusting my sleep schedule is therefore a pretty substantial and significant thing that I need to work out how to do. And when to do. You are the unramped.
I'll protect you.
I'll protect you. Flirtle, flirtle, flirtle. So I'd start working real hard to start carving out time and all that stuff.
Where do you see my mates? I bow to no one.
I bow to no one. Woohoo! Oh, let me click. Oh! Oh!
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Yeah. Like dish? Yeah, so like, you know, what I would do is I would start carving out time in the mornings. Maybe something like 5:30 to 7:30 in the morning. Feels good. Maybe I think that's a little too ambitious, so I try to start getting up at 7 and do 7:30 to 9:30. What's the kitty sound? It's this thing. It's that thing right there. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8.
I've got time.
No.
Now what?
And all I would focus on doing is trying to be as productive between 7:30 and 9:30 as possible. When 9:30 rolls around, I just turn it down. Turn it down. Done. And in this way, I have done the two things that I think are necessary. Carve out the time. Alright, I think that's Nissa. So if... I'm not going to count. I did it. I'm the greatest. I am the most powerful banter. So I know it's taking me a long time to say, but if there's a project I want to do first, if there's a new project or a new life improvement thing that I want to work on when I'm tired, the first thing I do is I plan to start sometime in the future. So that way I give myself a buffer to get excited where I'm not beating myself up. And the second one is I try to figure out how to carve out the time by removing other tasks, removing things that could be in the way that I can then fill up with the new time. I don't just try to bluntly do that. Let's try out Yarok Field of the Dead. We did quite a bit of it, fluffy bunny of despair. This wound up being good for us, but I don't think it is good for us. I think a pair of Krasis are reasonable. I think that I would absolutely like a time wipey wipe. I would absolutely like a bunch of Baffling Ends. Do I ever take out Teferi time Leveler? Do I ever? Do I want to get in Tolsimir, Friend of Lots of Dogs? I think no. I think that my opponent's deck is way too thick, swollen, and tight. I think maybe I want to get like one of these puppers out and like get one of those guys. I don't know, man. I really don't know how to sideboard this bastard. Any good K-dramas? Dude, I have not seen enough K-dramas. Hold on. We gotta start this. My phone just tried to autocorrect K-drama to drama. What the fuck? How infuriating. Oh my god, the draws couldn't be any hotter than this. Sure. Sure. Pass it along. Hey, Tolsimir, Friend of Dogs is a really fun card. If this is a Rekindling Phoenix, then that actually hurts us. That doesn't hurt us. What is a district guy doing there? What? What? Alright, let's get some lands, Risen Reef. This guy sucks at getting lands. Can we all agree with that? Risen Reef. Bad, man. He's a bad boy.
Strange and magnificent
I think Nissa-ing myself here is pretty... Well, is it good? No blocks. Oh, it's an elf deck? Wait, what? Wait, whoa. This is an Elvish Clan Caller. Is this an elf deck? I think I'm boned. Yeah, we did it. This is a little greedy. I'm just gonna X equals 1 this. Get out of here. Woo! This is why I like Grixis control, man. I can just ritual assert this. I got that hope. Got that hope, man. How many lands are you playing? 24, my dude. I always draw all of them. Unless I have a Risen Reef, in which case there's always a creature on top. Whoa. It's an elf? It's... What? Ah! Ah!
True power.
Oh my god. This is horrible. I actually don't know how I win this game. Everyone just hurt me. Where's that time wipe, man? Where is the time wipe at? So if I play this and then I untap a thing, we're dead. Okay, so I need to, like, do this. Boop. You are not a time wipe. Alright. Alright, who likes chumping? So my opponent gets 4 damage through. Okay, whoops, I just like totally fucked up. Well. Well, we died. I'm gonna get my Deputies of Detenders in. Tolsimir, friend of dogs. Tristani, get the hell out of there. Wow, did I under misestimate what we were up against? Did I really take a Teferi out? That feels cool. Nice. Why not Gust? I don't really know why Gust. That's what I would say, Sans Serif. You hit me with a why not, flip it right back on you. See, why don't you explain to me why? Why don't you explain to me? Oh god, I really don't want to mulligan more than this. Yuck. I'm just gonna try this, man. This might be complete noodle side. I mean, Gust in a very literal sense targets the green chords. Yeah, actually, I have the parody. I have the parody. I actually don't really know where Aether Gust is going to be that useful, just in general, in life. Why not? Well, what is Aether Gust good against? It's good against just delaying things for a turn. And if this were a more aggro deck, maybe that actually is correct against that one, but against this one, like, you know, he's a bit of a slowpoke. Let's see if the Risen Reef's gonna do anything at all! Yeah! Get on out there! Alright! Well, whatever. Yeah! These both generate 4 mana! Yeah! 4 mana together! Good God. Good job, everyone. We don't have any white mana. None. Not even a little bit. Will it come back to haunt us, or are we going to be just fine? creature into a 2/4 Ox? Guess who just became an Oxy beatdown, boy? Here comes Ox Day 9. Temple of Mystery.
The land shall conquer you.
Coming in for you, man. Get out of my way. Oh, yeah. You can't block the Temple of Mystery, man. What is this deck? Well, the season just reset, so we went from diamond whatever to, to gold. End the turn.
I've survived.
Excuse me, what?
Apocalypse. I will survive you.
I spy a taco lips.
I'd get out of the way if I were you.
I would bleed. Alright. Happy to do it.
How rude.
Let me ask you a question. Gobbled. Dude, I'm telling you, man, the Temple of Mysteries, they don't stop.
Elements.
One elf to the face. Yeah. Bing, bang, bong. Perfect.
Time to disappear into the brush.
This is my transmogrifying elf deck. This guy's out of his district gourds. Gonna keep sending in aggressive Temples of Mystery, like it's no problem. Gruul Guildgate, sure. Yeah. Don't have a single problem with this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let's do this. Tap this.
The land
This is
fights for us.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This card's fair. Play the Hallowed Fountain, because why not? Send in the Oxes. Feeling good about next turn. Feeling like our chances of winning are non-zero. Who knows? Maybe there's just going to be some weird... If any opponent controls 3 Oxes, they lose the game. And I'm going to be like, oh! Set up. What? How could I have stopped this? Yeah, take this guy out, man. Look at this. Boom.
Let us talk of peace.
Let us taco peace. Tolsimir, friend of my dogs. We fight no one. Get this Temple of Mystery in there.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Does that do it? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, a million. Alright, I don't know what to think of that game, but it's over now. Okay, let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. Let's just play some good old-fashioned Boros Feather. Never, ever, ever stop playing Boros Feather.